Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my kitchen. Thanks for clicking on this video. Today we'll be making donuts, the twisted ones and also the regular popular ones we're used to. We'll be making some glaze as well. This was specially requested by one of my subscribers. Thanks to you all for your comments, like and share. Please keep them coming. And to those who are here for the first time, you're welcome to my white tea family. Take a seat, make a cup of tea or coffee. Let's make some donuts together. So let's get started. First of all, in the bowl I'll be adding warm milk. Make sure your milk is warm, not hot but warm and not cold. Warm milk, I'll be adding fresh yeast. That's about 20 grams of yeast. You can use a sachet of dry yeast, which is 7 grams. All the wet ingredients will go in first. My egg. Here I have flour and salt. I've already sieved it out. I'm also going to be adding my sugar. And I have my nutmeg. I have my butter. I'm just going to cut them into small bits. You can melt it, but brought it out since from the fridge, so it's already melting off. So I'll be using my hand mixer. You can use your hand to mix. First of all, I'll be doing it on low speed to enable everything mixed together. You can use your hand to mix and then knead. My hand mixer, but using the dough teeth to mix this. We are going to mix. We are going to mix until it is very smooth. So this is ready. You can see, very soft and it's ready. So I'm going to transfer it into this bowl. I have some flour already in the bowl, so as to help the donut to stick. I'm going to proof the dough in this bowl. What I mean by that is I'm going to leave it to be double in size. So we're just going to cover this and set it aside. I'm going to actually proof this in my oven, but the oven is not turned on, for about an hour. Or after an hour, it has doubled in size and now it's ready for us to start shaping and cutting. First, I deflated the dough. And now I'm going to divide the dough into 2 equal parts because I'm going to be making a twisted one. I'm going to be cutting a round shape and then I'm going to be molding one to show you 3 different shapes to which you can make your donuts into. So now I'm weighing out 60 grams each. 60 grams each. I'm using just half of the one. I divided the dough into 2. So I'm doing that 60 grams each. I'm going to weigh. And this particular one, I am going to use it for the twist. Guys, if you've watched to this point and you're not part of the family, please look down below. If the subscribe button is still on red, do consider clicking and also turn on the notification bell to all. So whenever I post a video, you get notified, you also come watch it. Be part of this family. Let's enjoy cooking together. Do not forget to give me a thumbs up, click on the like button for this video, share, comment. Let's get to know one another. So the other part now I have rolled out. I am using this cutter. I bought it from, I think, not an euro shop, but I bought it for just €1.50. You can get it from any of, I think even the dollar store sells it, or if you're in Europe, one of these €1 shop also sells it. But I got this from Teddy. I'm using it to cut. I'm using the bigger size. You can use the smaller size. Everything depends on what you really want. If you want a very mini size, you can use your teacup as well. If you don't have the cutter, you can use the teacup to cut, but I'm not using the teacup. So I'm using my cutter. You can use a smaller size like I said before. If you want a mini donut, you can use the smaller size of the cutter. It comes in sets. And then I have something very little, a round cutter as well, to cut the center out. So if you can get this, I think it's not too expensive. I don't really remember how much I bought it, but I'm sure it's not up to €2. I bought it €1.50 or so for a set. So you may be asking, if you don't have a small inner, you can use your hand to make a hole, or you can use your rolling pin to create a hole in the middle. It's not so difficult in getting a donut shape. So it's not until you have a donut machine, cutter or so, or a donut maker, before you can actually make donuts. You can use your cup, teacup, whatever cup, even glass cup, to cut your shape. So I'm using the plastic scraper to help me lift it all onto my baking tray. I have a baking paper already lined before dropping the donut on it. So now what I'm doing now is the twist is what I want to do. I am taking individually the dough I divided into 60 grams each. I am making a rope out of it. Guys, you see the way I'm making it? That's how I just swing. When I keep swinging, because the dough is an elastic one, it just keeps expanding. Sometimes it's difficult for people to get the rope-like shape, but when you swing like that, it just keeps expanding itself. So now what I'm doing is twisting, like you're twisting two ropes together. That's what I'm doing. The two ends, I picked it up, made a circle, and I use each end to go round the circle. Guys, if you're making something homemade, you don't have to be extremely perfect. Something just for your family to enjoy. Only if you're making it for commercial purpose, then you aim for perfection, like everything has to be perfect. But then we had weighed out 60 grams each, so we are sure everything will be of the same weight. If you want a smaller mini donut, you can do 30 grams or 40 grams. Okay, so that is what the twist looks like. Very beautiful. I'm just lifting it onto the prepared pan. I'm going to leave it for an hour for it to rise. I have baking paper already on the tray. I had one already done, so off the camera I'll do the rest as well, but you have an idea of what it looks like. So after cutting and rolling, we're going to cover and leave for an hour for it to rise. I'm showing you guys at this point the third shape you can make your donut in. So if you're familiar with making bread rolls, that's just what I'm doing here. The same 60 grams I use for the twist is what I'm doing. I just make it into a circle. I try to make it round, make it a good shape, and then I roll it on the surface. So if you don't want to use flour like I'm using, you can use oil, which is also good on your surface. Just make sure that you have a very good round shape. And I'm going to press it down because I'm sure that it will rise again. It's going to rise and still give us that shape of our donut. Here we are ready to fry. After an hour, I checked the dough, it has risen. So I had my oil already in my pan. Make sure the oil is not too hot, on medium heat. Off the camera, I had cut my baking paper to the size of the donuts to enable me drop it into the oil. This is to help it retain its shape. If you try to lift it with your hands, you may damage. It is possible that you're going to damage the shape of the donut. So that's why I've seen others do it. That's why I'm doing it this way, and it works. It really works. I've tried it before. It works for me, so why not adopt the same style? So you can see the one we rolled around like bread rolls. That's it. It came out very well and fine. And then the twist as well. This twist I watched in Davic TV on YouTube here, and I really liked the shape. That's why whenever I'm doing my donuts, I make some twists and I make some the regular ones that we have. So the twist is not actually my idea. It's something I saw and I liked. Beautiful. So I'm frying the other one, so the one we had with our cutter, the regular one that we're all familiar with. Growing up, this is what I know to be donuts, round and with a center, open center. We're almost done. Look at it, this is ready, looking very beautiful, very, very beautiful. So to this twist, I'm just going to pour my icing sugar, and then to the rest in that bowl I have icing sugar, vanilla sugar, and I'm going to also put warm milk into it and mix very well. Mix very well. That's going to be our glaze. If you don't want to use this, it's like the fastest method you can use to glaze your donut, but you can use white chocolate or dark chocolate as well. What you need to do is use a double boiler and melt it. When once it's melted, immediately dip in your donuts into the glaze, just like I am doing. Dip it in, and then make sure to use a cooling rag. Drop your donut on top of it for it to set. On the first one I had sprinkles on top, just trying to make variation. You can do anything. And the other one I had the plain one. Then now I'm adding cocoa powder into the remaining icing sugar mix so as to get a chocolate glaze. But like I said earlier, you can make a melted chocolate and dip your donuts into it. So guys, if you've watched to this point, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a support. And to my subscriber that requested for this, here you go, your recipe for donuts and the way to make it. Thank you so much, guys. This donut was really, really, like, it is soft and fluffy. If you do try it out, please let me know. Let's be friends. Drop your comment. Let's get to know each other. Let's get to know each other rather. Let's interact in the comment section. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Love you. See you in my next video. Bye bye.